Hi there, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you, make sure you hit the subscribe button below with the bell so you can get notifications for all the videos that I'm sharing here on this channel. Thank you so much for your patience. We are going to dive into your monthly reading for the month of March 2022. I know it's been a while. I wanted to get the Virgo video up early because I know I didn't release it with my last videos. So thank you guys so much for your patience. I really appreciate it. I'm getting these out as best I can with how many clients and everything that I have going on. So thank you for your patience. We're going to dive into your month of March. What do you need to know? What messages the angels have for you? And how can you best navigate the month? So first, we're going to take a look at the overarching themes to expect throughout the month. And I have to tell you, just taking a look at these cards, there's so much a focus on your work or what you're creating or career or the things that you want to be putting your time and your energy into, the things that you're feeling passionate about. So it doesn't necessarily have to be work, but I definitely see you being very busy, very focused on creating, on pouring yourself into things that you are passionate and excited about. And I definitely think that that's going to pay off. So the first card that we have here is the Page of Cups in reverse, clarified by the Eight of Fire or the Eight of Wands. And to me, this is about you not being so focused on relationships, especially you know, to me, like I'm really feeling with this, like that there is going to be a very limited tolerance for bullshit this month. Okay. So in whatever relationships, whatever connections you have coming in, I think that like wherever you're recognizing that there's a certain level of immaturity or that people just are not approaching you and your situations, whether that's at work, whether that's in your romantic relationships, in your family, whatever, in a way that feels immature or dramatic or just not aligning with what you're looking for in your life. I just see you having a very limited tolerance for that, not really looking for that, not wanting that. And I think that this is good because I see this being really you deciding to raise your standards. And this comes on the other side of this Eight of Fire, which is all about a lot coming your way at once. In fact, you may have several different opportunities coming in for you this month. You may have several, for those of you who are looking for love, several different people who are showing interest for you in you. And I think that you're going to find yourself just like really kind of wanting to weed through that and very quickly decide, does this align for me or does this not? Okay. And I think that you're going to need to do that because this Eight of Wands is a very fast moving energy. It can sometimes be overwhelming, but it's also a very exciting energy. So I would expect to see some really nice opportunities coming through in career, in love, in all of the above, or just opportunities to do things that you're excited about, that you're passionate about. Definitely the energy revs up for you this month, and I think it's going to be absolutely full of opportunity. I also see you coming out of, with this Six of Swords, a difficult time. You're coming out of a time in your life where maybe the waters have felt more rough. And I also feel like there's kind of an energy of like, why the hell is this moving so slowly? And I think part of the reason that we're seeing all of these wands show up in your reading is that that's a faster moving energy. It's an action oriented energy. It's like all of a sudden, all this stuff happens at once. And it might be in many, many different areas of your life. So it's like, okay, I felt really stuck and stagnant for quite some time. And then all of a sudden it's just moving, moving, moving. And so that's what this energy is. So we have the Six of Swords where you're moving out of a more stagnant energy or a more challenging energy where it's been maybe really difficult to manage. And what it has developed within you is this Queen of Wands energy. You're definitely somebody who is feeling confident, who is connecting more with that confidence, very connected to your creativity. For those of you who are creators, what a beautiful energy this is, because This is really going to grow your work, your career. You may even find that you're inspired to create things differently or in a better way. Definitely, you're going to be tuned in, tapped in to divine inspiration in terms of the things that you're creating. But I also just see you stepping into that confidence, stepping into your fire, stepping into that awareness of the value that you have. And this is maybe why you're feeling with this Page of Cups unwilling to tolerate bullshit in your life. You know, like you're kind of just like, I'm past that. I'm not like, I deserve so much better than that. And by the way, people are starting to see you as this Queen of Wands. So you might find that there are lots of offers in love for those of you who are looking for love. You may find that all of a sudden, I always call it like your magnet turns on, right? Where you're feeling, you're getting all of this attention. So it can be attention in love. It can just be attention. If for those of you who are more in the public eye or wanting to get your stuff out there, you might notice that you're being seen more, that people are appreciating your work more, that people are appreciating you more. This might be on a personal level, that people in your life are starting to recognize what you bring to the table. And it all has started with a shift within you where you understand what you bring to the table. So if you're still working through that, definitely allow that process to happen. Definitely allow yourself to recognize and acknowledge all that you have to offer, all that you do bring to the table, and let yourself be this beautiful, confident, inspirational Queen of Fire here. You're definitely creating a hell yes kind of a life. Like this is a hell yes kind of a month with this hell yes card. This is you just like so excited about everything that's developing. I think you've been waiting on this for a long time. So it's such a fun energy. We have this Wheel of Fortune, right? And the Wheel of Fortune is like your luck changing for the better. So all of a sudden when that wheel turns, all of this fire energy comes in for you. And it's really lighting a fire in your life. It's inspiring you, it's exciting you, it's moving things forward, it's helping things to manifest. And you are, I feel like in some ways re-inspired to revisit some things, to maybe go back and to follow through with some things that you didn't necessarily like, that you maybe kind of just let drift off, that you were excited about, but maybe you lost interest or you kind of gave up on it a little bit. And it's like you're circling back around and saying, you know what, I really do want to do this. I really do want to follow through with this. And so you're showing interest in that. With the Seven of Wands, this is about you taking a look at certain things in your life and deciding whether or not they're worth it, whether or not you want to put your time and your energy into it. And I think for some things, like I said, I feel very much an energy of revisiting. So some things you're going to take a look at and go, why did I let that go in the first place? Or why didn't I believe in myself enough to do that? I think that's like more the message. Why didn't I believe in myself enough to follow through with that? And so there's like this fire lit underneath you again, and you feel inspired to go after these things again. So definitely an exciting month. So let's take a look at the barriers and the challenges to expect for the month. So we have this Ace of Cups showing up, clarified by the Seven of Cups, okay? I think that you're going to just have a lot of opportunities coming in for this month. I think in terms of work or career or things you're working on, but I also do feel like in regard to relationships for those of you who are looking for love. So like I said, this can manifest in different ways. It might be, you know, new friendships for some of you, but for some of you, it's definitely romantic relationships. And all of a sudden you go from, it's almost like feast or famine, right? You go from like famine to feast. All of a sudden there's all of these options available to you. And you don't know which to choose. You don't know what career opportunities to choose. You don't know what to do here with this. And the message here with this is to choose the Ace of Cups, to choose what feels best for you, what you're most excited about. This is a new beginning. This is a new opportunity. And it really is an opportunity that feels as though it's been handed to you by God, by the universe, whatever you call that, right? And it just kind of comes in and it's like, whoa, wait a minute. I've got all of this stuff that's coming in for me and I don't know what to choose. I don't know what's best, but you do know. Okay. So this is about honor your intuition. And this is also about choosing that thing or those things that feel as though they were divinely guided, that they were divinely put in your life. And they might feel a little too good to be true. I'll be honest with you, because I think like you're a little jaded in some ways. I feel like the Virgo path has been kind of challenging in some ways, or things have felt stuck in some ways. And so you might look at it and go, is that real? Is that too good to be true? And I feel like it's not. I feel like it's just the reward. It's the trophy for all of the work that you've been doing. And some of those options are not good and will pull you back into old stuff. Into old patterns, old habits, old energies, and it's not something that you want to do. You want to move forward. You want to step into a new energy, an inspired energy, an exciting energy. What is it that feels really divinely guided for you? The next cards that we have here are the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by the Dreamer card. I feel like there's something for some of you in regard to a house or a home. Maybe you're frustrated with the process of, maybe you're waiting on buying a home, getting into a home, moving into a space, or you're just feeling frustrated with the progression of your house. Maybe like you've had some work done on it, something like that. That's very specific, but definitely that's true for some of you. There's definitely a focus on the house and the home. This is also about like a frustration with finances, or the things that things are going down, the way that things are going down at home. Something isn't quite right. So I do see like that's still an area of frustration, like why isn't this progressing? But I just feel like in some ways, like you're so busy and your energy is being so pulled in so many different directions, you only have so much energy. And this is meant to inspire a new journey within you with this Dreamer card. Okay, so there is a new journey that's being inspired by this. That new journey is kind of waiting on something to come through. So maybe you're waiting on money to come through for an opportunity, or you're waiting on something to be finished, to be completed. Definitely something, but there is a new journey that begins on the other side of that, and you feel it. But I think it's like, again, you can only juggle so much, so just be patient if you can. I know that's frustrating. Like I am trying to be patient, because it feels like it's taking some time and it's been a frustrating process, but it's going to come together and it is going to move forward. The next card that we have here is the Rebirth card, and this is showing up right next to the World card. Okay, so we do see, and this is maybe part of the holdup with whatever it is that you're frustrated that isn't moving forward. This is part of the holdup, is we are preparing for the end of a cycle in your life. The World card is the end of a cycle, and it is like you've learned certain lessons, you've developed certain things, you've done a lot of work, and it is bringing you the ending of this cycle so that you can begin something new and beautiful. And there is this rebirth that's coming with that. That's really beautiful. And this is that phoenix rising from the ashes energy. So this is definitely a time of powerful new beginnings. But in order for there to be new beginnings, there have to be endings. Okay. So this World card is about the end of a cycle or potential endings in your life. But I think that'll feel maybe difficult, but very, very natural. And I think that you are choosing the endings with this Queen of Air. Okay, the Queen of Air or the Queen of Swords is very, very clear on what she wants in her life, on what she deserves, on what belongs in her life. And when something doesn't align with that, she is very strong in her knowing that it's time to clear it out. So I definitely see you clearing some things out of your life, maybe some people out of your life, some circumstances out of your life, to bring a cycle to a close, because we're waiting on that new beginning. Now, as we step into the future energies that we have here, we see that new beginning coming in. Here we have the Fool card again. New beginning. There's a leap of faith, okay? So I think part of the holdup and part of your frustration is that waiting on a leap of faith. But I think that you get to a place where you're like, you know what? I'm going to let a cycle come to a close and I'm going to trust. I'm going to take that leap of faith. So if you're right on the brink of that, this is your message, and you'll get the inspiration to do it. When you feel that inspiration, take that leap of faith, go for it. Okay. Start that new journey, go for it, because something really aligned, Two of Wands, is coming in for you. For some of you, this is going to be starting a new business or a new business partnership. But this is also about like just standing at a crossroads and deciding, what's the path? What is the journey that I'm going to start out on? Am I going to go in this direction that maybe is feeling more safe, feeling more familiar, feeling like the path that I kind of expected? Or am I going to take this new, exciting, inspiring path? And I think that you're going to lean toward the new path, because I think that you, with that World card, are creating a closing, are ending something. You don't want to continue down the same path with some things. You're ready for a change. You're ready for a new journey. And I see you at that crossroads deciding to take the new journey. So if you're not sure, definitely go in that direction that feels exciting and that you feel passionate about, and that feels new and like it's initiating a new phase in your life for you. Okay. So the next cards that we have here is the Moon card, clarified by the King of Air. So King of Swords, this is about getting really clear on things, understanding that, understanding exactly what it is that you want in your life. And I think with this Moon card, that might feel a little cloudy at times, okay? Because I feel like you're kind of, I'm hearing like operating without a net. You know, like you really are taking some leaps of faith. You really are basing a lot of things on intuition, and you're wanting for that logical piece to come in. You're wanting to see certain things happen concretely, to know that you are supported, to know that you have that net, to know that you have that divine support. But there is going to require leaps of faith. There is going to require that trust that there is help happening behind the scenes that is supporting you every step of the way. And it's so funny because speaking of trust, we have this trust card. Okay, so trusting, and this card, I'm going to read it to you. It says, let go of fear. You are helped, safe, and protected. Let the divine take care of it. So whenever you catch yourself worrying, try to bring yourself back into that place of trust. That's going to get you exactly where you're supposed to be much more quickly. And where we're moving, this is so beautiful, with that trust, is into the 10 of Cups energy. Happy life, happy family, happy marriage, happy happiness, right? It's having the things that you want, feeling like your cup is full, feeling like your life is moving in a direction that truly is creating that heaven on earth. And it's really, really beautiful. But in order to get there, whenever like we step into this 10 of Cups energy, I see that there are sacrifices that need to be made. There are things that need to be released. There are things that need to be cleared, especially with both this King and Queen of Swords. So it's understanding what has to be cut out from your life in order to allow for you to move in the direction of this 10 of Cups. And part of that is fear with this Ego card. Part of it is understanding where you're keeping yourself stuck, where you're being controlled, where you're allowing other people to control you, circumstances to control you, fear to control you, and you're making a decision to simply instead trust. So those are your messages for the month of March. Thank you guys so much for trusting me to deliver your messages. If these messages resonate with you, make sure you hit that like button below. I also love to hear from you in comments. It really helps to support the channel, and I just love to hear from you guys. So if you want to learn more about me or about clarity, you can check me out at discoveryourawakening.com. I also have my membership up. This is a great way to connect with classes and energy sessions and all of the things that I do in my private coaching sessions, but it's only for $9.99 a month, and it's all things personal, spiritual, and metaphysical development. So it's a really great resource. It's ever growing. I have all of the old classes, all of the old information, all of the old sessions up there. And we even have group coaching up on there. So check that out at claritybychristy.com. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care, guys.